Hello, this is Lion MVE1 back here again for another video for the reading log of August of 2022. As you can see, I've read a lot this month, and there's a couple stuff that I want to show you that's on the computer. But I just want to say a lot of stuff that I read I really did enjoy. Let's stop the talking and let's get into the manga. First, starting off with Wotakoi volumes 3, 4, 5, and 6. I just want to say the story at the till the end has kept me intrigued. I loved every couple in this series, with this couple trying to find a love for each other, and then with this couple, having fights all the time, but they still love each other. And with their big part they had in the 5th volume, it was really good, really wholesome. And then them just finding their love for each other, and then with the main couple, with them just realizing that they really do love each other and they still want to stay together and they just want the best for each other until the end. And I really did enjoy this up until the final page with the main couple and how it ended. It was so wholesome and so cute. And I really hope we do get more, because I did hear from other people that we might get a prequel to Koi. So basically, with new characters, new settings, stuff like that. But if that does happen, I can't wait to read that, and I really hope that does come to pass. Next up is Goodnight Pupun. Now, Goodnight Pupun, I did read all of it, volumes 1 through 7, but I had like volume 1 and 2 for a couple years now, and I was never able to read past the second omnibus. But now that I've got the rest, I read it all, and it took a while for me to get through, because during volume 4 I did take a break from Pun Pun, just because it was really getting deep and I was kind of getting depressed from it myself. So I had to stop reading another series and then come back to it, because it was getting deep. It was really getting deep. And then with the last 3 volumes of Pun Pun, it was really just if you read it, but it was just going off the walls crazy. And I was like, whoa, this is some deep stuff. And what I want to say about the last chapter, because I wasn't expecting Inio Sano to do this, but I won't spoil it for anyone that hasn't read it at all. But the way he did it, it's like your own interpretation to me, because interpreted your own way, in a sense, just because of how it was told. That's how I took it, but it was a good ending. And if you read Goodnight Pupun or any of these series, let me know what you think in the comments, just because I really do want to know what y'all think about the series I read, and see the series that y'all read for this month as well. Next up is Blue Period Volume 7. I just want to say, anything with blue, like Blue Period, Blue Lock, y'all gotta get on it. I feel like it's like a trend. Anything with blue, it must be really popular and really good. But anyway, with volume 7 of Blue Period, it just keeps reminding me of my times of when I'm in art school, and I'm still in art school right now because I have a year and a half left. Just everything that it goes through with the main character, what he thinks, how people are better at drawing than you, and then how you keep on having to improve, and then how you gotta keep going, even though sometimes you will feel sad just because you don't feel like you're good enough, and things of that nature. And I felt what he was feeling through this whole series and through this current book that we're going through right now, just because how it was told. The author, he must have went to art school, obviously, because he's a mangaka, but he portrays that pain so well, and the determination so well, and I just commend him for that. I really do. And as usual, Blue Period just continues to blow away my expectations. But yeah, please read this, read that, read that. Next up is Blue Lock, but I did not read this volume in particular. I am more far ahead than what in this book. I am read chapters online of 95 through 185, and with the matches that are going on, through those whole chapters, and then like the training arcs, and then with the current arc that we're in now, when facing, you know, other people, and like people from across the world, like so deep, it's so good. And I don't know, it's just Blue Lock is just continues to blow away my expectation, and is still, I think it's in my top 10 personally. This and Blue Period, I think, are in my top 10 just because with Blue Period resonates with me so well, and then with Blue Lock, just so much battling and just pushing yourself to the limit. And I know from Twitter, people are like, this is a sports manga, why are they just saying, I'm gonna kill you? Well, I will say they don't say I'm gonna kill you, but they do want to defeat people with as much emotion as possible, and like their spirit, and like how their hard work and determination, just being better than the person. Like that happens in sports. That's, people do think like this, but the killing part, I think, yes, that was just a little bit of an exaggeration. Like if you see Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. But the determination to be better than someone, that's real. That's real. You know what I'm saying? And it just portrays that feeling very well to me. Just please read Blue Lock. Next up is a series of volumes. Can't talk. 11, 12, and 13 of Rent a Girlfriend. Rent a Girlfriend is, I really do like Rent a Girlfriend. I like where it's going. I like how the main character, to me, I know a lot of people don't think that he's improving, but to me, I do. And I'm glad to see him just trying to push himself, trying to be a better person for not just himself, but the girls around him, his family, stuff like that. And can I just say, his grandma is irritating. The main character's grandma irritates the shit out of me, but if you don't want to know my reasons why, I'll probably make a video with myself. But she just is irritating, and Rent a Girlfriend kind of reminds me of a soap opera. If you ever watched the soap opera, I just remember those from watching it with my grandma whenever I was hanging out with her. Like, it just has that vibe, a lot of going back and forth, a lot of bantering, a lot of just running around, and just nothing happening. But it's more entertaining than that, because there's at least just progress, and in the soap opera, it's just a lot of stagnant stuff until like someone does something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would say give Rent a Girlfriend another chance if you dropped it, because it was pretty good, and I do know about that chapter people do not like. I did read that one just to see why people were just so shocked about it, but I still think it's a pretty good read. And next last from my physical volumes is Hell's Paradise Volume 1. And with Hell's Paradise, it was good just finally get started with this series, because I just had this in my backlog for just a long time, because I have the whole complete set of it. But with Hell's Paradise, it was cool just to watch seeing the main character and how he's called like hollow. He has no soul. He keeps fighting. He keeps killing. He doesn't have no remorse for killing people. Blah blah blah. You know whole nine if you read it. And just seeing his true emotions and how he feels about killing, and like how it has like a weight of like you don't have to move past the killing, but you just gotta just keep like moving forward, just because like it is a burden sometimes. And his true feelings about how he feels about everything that about the people around him, like his family and stuff like that. And it was a good volume in what he has to do to just be with said family, but I won't give any more spoilers than what I just said if you haven't read it. But I feel like a lot of people have read it, because like this manga is still selling out to this day. It's really popular. But all I gotta say is good first volume. Can't wait to read more. I am like halfway through book 2, and I'll put that in the other ones in the next read for next month. But yeah, do recommend this series. Next thing that I read was Sakamoto Days. All the current chapters, what they came out for, like 1 through 89. I think that's the current chapter, and this was the manga that I read during my pause of Goodnight Pokemon. I like literally read all Sakamoto Days, and then went back to Goodnight Goodnight Pun Pun Can't Talk, and then read the rest of that. But what can I say about Sakamoto Days? I love the characters in here. I love the action. I love the character dynamics with them, like how they treat each other as family. You know, the typical shonen tropes. But the thing that Sakamoto Days does that sets it apart, that I feel it does, it feels like a 90s action film with like spies and assassins and stuff like that. Like, if you like, imagine like the best 90s movie to you, like action movie, and that's Sakamoto Days to me. And it just keeps blowing me away with how the action scenes are choreographed, and how you know, everything that's revealed, and how each thing gets revealed. Personally, it's like, not like the way I'm talking, like, it's not like very like, oh my god. It's just that the way they do it, I think, is really well told. And I would like to say to people, give Sakamoto Days a try if you haven't got into it, because it's really good. And soon I will get the physical volumes from it, because they are pumping those out as well. And the last thing that I read this month is Star Exorcist chapters 1 through 17 or 16, I believe. But Twin Star Exorcist reminds me of Black Clover, in just in case of like speed. Like, it's all fast, go, go, go. Like, no breaks. We just gotta keep going. Like, there's dialogue, yes, and there's chapters where they just don't do anything, but it's just like the way it's told is like, just go, go, go. And it reminds me of Black Clover, and that's it. And I know this came out before Black Clover, but you know, I read Black Clover before this. And the reason why I say that is because I just found out this is a monthly series, and each chapter contains like 40 pages. And I didn't know that about Blue Exorcist. I thought it was a weekly series, but no, it's a monthly series, and it's like 2 chapters in one, and it just and there's so much information, and that's why it reminds me of Black Clover, is just because how fast you go through everything. Like, even though I'm just on chapter 16 or 17, it feels like I've gone through like so much with the characters already, and it's so well told. Like, a lot of people have told me, like, never watch the manga for Twin Star, read the manga. It's like the same thing with like Tokyo Ghoul. Just don't watch the anime and you read the manga, because like it was bad. And I agree with Tokyo Ghoul, because that was bad. But I've never watched the anime for Twin Star Exorcist, so I just read the manga for it just to be safe. And yeah, it blew my expectations out the way. I was not expecting that with the main character, and with the 2 main characters, I should say, and like what they go through. These 2 have been through hell. And like their pasts were like really connected more than what I thought it was. And you know, with the chapter, I think it was 15, it really surprised me what happened with the male main character in that fight scene. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone, but it's just that it was very, I was not say well told, but it was just very good, and it blew my expectations out the water, because I thought it was going to be okay, but it was more than okay. It was really good. So I will say I recommend this. But that is all for this video, and that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys have a good one. My name is Lion MV1, aka Lion, and I'm signing out. Peace.